Now, for Fleetwood United over there in the United Arab Emirates, they were crowned champions of the 2023-2024 Second Division Club League competition after defeating Njoku FC by 2-1 in the final match that took place on Saturday at the Ayere Club Stadium at the end of the 26th round of the competition. Now, gracing the occasion on the night to honor the champions were Salem Al-Shamsi, second vice president of the Football Association and chairman of the tournament committee. And of course, there was Yahya Khalaf Al-Matrushi, who is a member of the board of directors and a member of the tournament committee. Now we have joining us on the show, Ayere Sylvester, the first team assistant coach, Fleetwood United Football Club in Dubai. And I would say, first thing will be congratulations once again to Fleetwood United. Good to have you with us.
Yeah, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're in the mood of celebration.
Of course, I will surely continue celebrating over here because you are a Nigerian and you're doing us proud over there in the UAE. Before I get to talking about Fleetwood Town, what do you make of the Super Falcons qualification for the Olympics after 16 years?
Well, it's a joy for every Nigerian. You would love to see your country in Olympics. It's a big tournament. It was very sad when we didn't go to the World Cup, and you could see kids asking me, Ayere is still playing the World Cup. I say no. So you can see it shows that our female football is consistency. They did so well in the World Cup and now Olympics. That shows that there's growth. I'm really happy that I get to watch the Super Falcons Olympics. Yeah.
Right, of course, everyone is really happy for the Super Falcons qualifying for the Olympic Games. Now, let's talk about you now. You signed your first professional coaching contract with Fleetwood United Football Club for 1 year. Now, here you are, champion of the second division. How does this make you feel?
Well, it's obviously every coach is always happy to be part of success, to be part of history, because this is history for us in Fleetwood. For me as a coach, it's history. So it's something to always remember that, okay, a part of a very good team, a great team that's Fleetwood, to make this history in UAE. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy. It's just like a constant reminder that you can always get better. You can always achieve what you set to achieve. You can always improve yourself and see the result, So that's just it for me.
All right. Now, I will also hear that you currently serve as the coach of the Under-23's pathway to professional football, as well as first-team assistant coach of Fleetwood United, while remaining with United Football Club Under-15. Now, how do you manage all of these roles?
Well, like you said, first of all, I must appreciate the management of Fleetwood. No matter what you do, no matter how good you are as a coach, you always crave for opportunity to show your coaching skills, right? And that's what we all pray for, to have a space to showcase our coaching skills. So I give kudos to the likes of Mike, Andy, and James for giving me the opportunity to work in Fleetwood. So it's easy, as you can see from the name, Under-23 pathway to pro. So it's just like more like we are linked to the first team. It's like a program we run here in UAE, whereby we bring players from all over the world, from Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Nigeria, Tanzania, South Africa, all over the world. So they come in for the pathway to go to Under-23, and it's easy for me to just be the coach while I also assist the head coach in the first team. So it's an easy task, and due to our training session, it's quite flexible. It's quite flexible for me to achieve both states.
Now, talking about flexibility, I know a couple of Nigerian football players who play here in Nigeria always want to seek greener pastures outside the shores of the country. Now, at what age or when do you think it is ripe enough for these players to leave the shores of the country? Because we've seen a couple of Nigeria Premier Football League players who probably after 1 or 2 seasons, they think they've arrived and they think the next thing is to go over there to seek greener pastures. What's your advice for these players who ply their trade here in the country currently?
Well, like I said, it's not all about traveling. It's not about travel. It's all about traveling right. You get. I've met a lot of players in UAE who came for maybe inner pasture or try to get club, and they are practically insufficient. Let me just use that word. They can play. Actually, they can play the game, but their game knowledge is not just there. So what I will always advise is what I will always advise, because the football is getting more competitive. It's becoming it's getting more competitive. There's a lot of statistics that involved. People sign players based on statistics, and it's easy to track the consistency of a player through stats. You get. So what I would advise players is always not just be obsessed with traveling, but you should be obsessed with always getting better as a player while you play in a competitive football back in Nigeria. That is very important. You know, I see a lot of players sending me messages that I want to come for trials, and as the way you play, they say, I just play street football. It doesn't make sense. So when you are playing in a competitive football, like let me say example of the CCP or the Nigeria League, you should be able to, subject yourself to high pressure football, high pressure game, so that when you move for trials, you are used to the pressure, because when you talk for trials, it's a different ball game. Good pitch, different culture, different player with different intelligence, different coaching skills, different expectation, different pressure. And most of them don't cope with this pressure. But then they're coming from trial, they don't cope with the pressure. So I always advise players, in football, opportunity will always come. It's a guarantee. As long as you are active in the system, as long as you are always competitive, because you can put yourself in an EPFL, NLL, NLO, but as long as you are competitive, you are active, and you can easily track your progress. Maybe highlight video, through statistics, proper market, so it's easy. So when you are ready and you come for trial, there's no going back. Like Iman of the former insurance of Blender Insurance, who's going to play for United, my very close to the UAE. You can see he came in ready. He has already proved he has already made his mark in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And he came in ready, as you can see, he's making it here. So that is just my advice for any player who's thinking about making the next step to try for trial. Be ready. Be ready, not just because of money. Be ready. Your game knowledge, game intelligence, your fitness, your psychology, your emotions. You have to make sure that all these things, all these box is fitting. So when you come in, you fit in. That does it. Thank you.
All right, so thank you very much. And of course, that is a key word, be ready before you make any move. And I'm sure you were quite ready before you moved over to the UAE, despite the challenges over there being a Nigerian manager. But now, let's talk about your plans now. Have you got plans of moving on from Fleetwood, or you're on the verge of signing a new contract with the club? Because we've not heard anything so far.
Life is all about plan anyway. A man is governed by plan. If you don't have plan, then you're already living a lost life. I have plan, but right now I'm not in a haste to make any step because I'm still growing. Like I said, you have to be ready, but opportunity will always come. Coach Ayere is always growing, and the most important thing, like I said before, I'm still in the right space with Fleetwood. I'm still in the right set of people, great people, the likes of Mike, Andy, James. These are the kind of people that will help you to grow. So I feel I still need them to still grow, maybe for a couple of years, because I really want to get it right. I don't want to always be in a haste, success could be deceiving. But the most important thing is you knowing that you're on the right path. You are learning from people who have your interests at heart, who want you to grow, who don't get intimidated by your coaching skills. So for me, I think I have all those things in place for now, and see a safe space for me to keep improving my coaching skills. So for now, I'm not really in a haste to make a move. Thank you.
All right. Now let's come down to the national team level. Now, what do you think about foreign coaches and indigenous coaches for national teams, especially in Africa?
First of all, before we talk about foreign coach, I need to make a statement. I don't know if we know that all the countries that have won World Cup, no country has used foreign coach to win World Cup. I don't know if you know, and you should know, obviously. So what does that tell us? It shows that there's something about you having your coach to lead your national team. Football is all about culture, right? Football is all about culture, and culture formed over time. Culture is not something you just create overnight. It's something that you form overnight. So something must tell you that if all these countries that won World Cup, I think 8 countries that won World Cup, they've all won this cup with their own coach. You get? So it shows that there's something between your coach. There's a nexus between your own coach and the national team. You get? So yeah, foreign coach might just come with their culture, their mindset, and try to change the whole thing. But it doesn't always work for Africa. You can see what happened with the Moroccans in World Cup. They trusted their own local coach, and he was able to bring that genes and get Africa to semi-final by until they considered just one goal. You see, it's huge. For me, I've always preached. We Nigeria right now we don't have a playing culture in Nigeria. That's the biggest problem. That's why getting a coach for the Super League is always difficult, because we don't have a playing culture. We don't have an identity. Yeah, we don't have an identity, so it's always difficult to get a coach. And the fact that most Nigerian coaches have this inferiority complex. I know that's a heavy word, but that is a bitter truth. We have this inferiority complex. We have this low self-esteem. You get? We have this low self-esteem. Like I will always say, nobody has monopoly of football knowledge. Nobody. Football knowledge is for everybody. It's for everybody. It doesn't care about your skin color, where you are coming from. You understand? It's a knowledge that can be accessible for everybody as long as you are ready to put in the work. Well, you see, most coaches from Nigeria, they have this low self-esteem, and maybe they can do it, maybe cannot. And Nigeria fans have so low self-esteem towards our local coaches. You understand? If, for example, now we get a foreign coach for the Super Eagles, and he makes some kind of mistakes, you see a very boring practice, we are always patient with him, let's give him time and stuff like that. But if a Nigerian coach, maybe after just, for example, see what happened to Finidi, just 2 games, and he has been crucified all over the social media. But we've forgotten that we gave one coach almost 5 years or 6 years, another coach almost 2 years, 3 years. You understand? So these are things we need to address first as a nation. We need to, first of all, remove that stereotype from our local coach and trust them to deliver. Because I believe at the end of the day, we Nigerian coaches, we understand our suffering, we understand what the players are going through, we understand what Super Eagles mean to the Nigerian fan. You get? So and again, if the NFA or Nigeria or whoever is in charge of technical, I think it's also a weapon, right? If they need to create a culture for the Super Eagles. I was impressed with what I saw in AFCON. I think that should be more like our playing identity. I don't know. I used to see on social media people say we need to play beautiful football. I keep asking, what is beautiful football? What do you understand by beautiful football? Because the likes of Pep have so much given us, create a delusion in our face in Africa that we want to we think passing the ball, pass is beautiful football. We Nigerians cannot play like Man City. We can never play like Man City. The earlier we accept that the better for us as a nation, we can never play like Arsenal. These people have access to top skilled players who are very skilled. They paid so much money to have them. You get? So you could see the identity we had in AFCON, defensive game and hit on counter. It works for us. So to me, that could be our identity. Same thing Morocco did. They stay on low block, mid block, and hit on counter. That could be Africa identity. That could be Nigeria identity. So we're all calling for beautiful football. And that's what Finidi did. He was trying to impress the part of Nigeria by playing and But you could see that formation was full of tactical deficiencies, too many spaces in between two players. Out of possession behavior was very bad. They don't attack fast enough. They don't come out to game fast. It's not our identity. Let's continue with what Pedro gave us. Defensive game, that's our strength. I think that if any Nigerian coach wants to succeed the Super Eagles, he needs to just follow the blueprint of what we saw in AFCON. Build the Super Eagles around hard-working players who love to play football when they don't have. Please, this is a very key statement. Players who love to play football when they don't have the ball with them. That's how we can succeed in the Super Eagles. We need to look for those hard-working players, not necessarily players playing in Europe. But most times, players playing in Europe, they are not average players. They are below average. You get most players we invite to Super Eagles, we think they are foreign players. They are below average. We should look for players who are hardworking off the ball. That is what Super Eagles need. So for me, I will always come up for Nigerian coaches who have self-confidence, not low esteem coaches. Coaches who can pick and defend their tactics. You get who have a proven track record. That's another statement again. Because most times I see people pushing coaches and I make a research. When the last time this coach did something reasonable, maybe 10 years ago or 5 years ago. You get football is constant. Football revolves every time. We need a coach, a Nigerian coach who is in the game, who is in the system, who is active, who philosophy we can easily identify to. For example, if I mention Pep, you can know okay, Pep is this kind of coach. Klopp is kind of coach, and David Simon is kind of coach. But if you mention a coach in Nigeria, you can identify a tactics to him. I don't know if you're getting my point. So we need a coach who has a proven track record of a tactics that we can relate to. Okay, if we hire this coach now, Nigeria is going to play this way. Simple. That is just it. So Nigeria need to do more by trying to define how they play, not just pass. Pass is not football. That is not just football. You need to define your core moment in the game. So for me, always Nigerian coaches, you can't take your look at England. They give their people, their local coaches opportunity. Look at Germany. Look at Spain. So we need to look at Senegal. Look at Morocco. So we need to follow suit. Nigeria is the biggest black country in Africa. So why are we suffering to get coaches? Why are we suffering to produce our own coaches? We need to be exporting coaches to the other part of the world. We have the population. We have the passion. So what are we doing? So if you want to trust Finidi, trust Finidi. If you fail, you sack him. If you want to trust Amuneke, trust Amuneke. If you fail, you sack him. The world is not ending tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? The world is not ending. That is my take.
We talk about the whole of these African coaches who take charge with African teams, especially the likes of Cameroon, who just appointed a new manager, and it has thrown the whole of the Fecafoot in confusion. Now you have a thorough knowledge of African football, and I beg to ask this question. Do you have any intention of one day taking charge of the Super Eagles as a coach of the team?
I'm a proper Nigerian. I'm in the global world to learn as much as possible the coaching skills because I want to return back to my country. My end goal is to coach the Super Eagles. Like I always say, I want to. It's not if I want to coach the Super Eagles. I know I have the capacity. I know I have the coaching knowledge. I know I have the passion, and I understand the tactics that will work for the Super Eagles. And I know my strength as a coach. So, but right now, like I said, I'm learning aggressively. I'm learning aggressively the coaching knowledge. I'm studying the whole Africa culture. Because at the end of the day, my coaching skill is for Africa. My coaching skill is for Nigeria. My success without Nigeria is not complete. So at the end of the day, the dream is to come back home and coach Super Eagles. Yeah, that is the end goal. Of course, I'm passionate about Super Eagles, and I want to coach Super Eagles someday. So that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm here learning.